Hey everybody, Fiber Spider back again in the kitchen with another tasty video for you. Today we are going to be making a coconut custard pie that is ridiculously simple, very quick to put together, and I think you guys are really going to like it. And again, one of the secret ingredients is, not so secret, but Bisquick. Yes, there are so many of those impossible pies out there, and I wanted to try this one because I like coconut, you know, what can I say? And I thought that that would be fun to try. So I did make this once before, and it came out awesome. Now, I wouldn't say that it's custard in like the traditional sense, but it has a custard-like quality about it. Really good. As far as preparing the pie itself, hardly takes any time at all. The baking, about an hour. Okay. Now, here's the, it's not a catch, it's not a caveat. However, I did try it when it had cooled down out of the oven, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. But then I tried some of it the next day after it had been in the fridge. It was so much better. It was so much better. The sweetness, really, it evolved, it came about, and the flavors were, really, really good. When it was still warm, it was more eggy, and that's fine. But after it was completely cool, 10 times better, hands down. So, as far as making it, it's very quick. But to give it the justice that it deserves, it takes a little bit of time. I'm just going to lay that out right off the bat. So, the ingredients, very, very simple. We're going to get into that. And as always, the list of ingredients is going to be in the description box down below. So, without further ado, let's get started. Hello again. All right, so I have just about everything that I need all set to go for putting into my nice bowl here. All right, so first things first, we have ourselves some eggs. You are going to need 4 eggs. I already cracked them because I don't know about you, but I am awful when it comes to not getting shell in there. So the trick that I use is I have an itty bitty little bowl, I crack the egg into there, and then I dump it into my main bowl. And I do that for each one because I don't know about you, I'm terrible about making sure that there are no shells. So that is sort of my preventative measure. That's just me personally. Do any of you do that? So I'm just gonna beat these a little bit, beat them into submission, and pour them into my main bowl here. There. Okay. And to our 4 eggs, I have a, what is it? A 1/4 cup of unsalted melted butter. Gonna add that right in. Now, the first time that I made this, I almost forgot the butter. I poured everything into the pie plate, and I'd forgotten that the butter was still in the microwave. That would have, that would have not been a good day. All right, so then we have a, let me see here. This is 1 3/4 cup of milk. Actually, I had milk. It went bad, unfortunately, so going to be using half and half instead. So this is going to be a lot thicker and creamier than the first time I made this. Give it a slight mix here. Look at all that cholesterol. Well, I never, ever, ever claimed that this was a healthy channel, okay? All right, so we got that. Then, to that, we are going to add, this is, 1/2 cup of Bisquick mix. Now, if you don't have access to Bisquick in your area, I do have a video on how you can make your own Bisquick. I'm going to put a link to that in the description box down below. So we have a half a cup of our Bisquick mix. Then we also need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. I love how easy this is. It's almost like a crock pot. You set it, you forget it, and you don't fret it. All right, so 3/4 of a cup of sugar. All right, so we still need to add our coconut. So we got the sugar, Bisquick, butter, milk, eggs. All right, so it's just the coconut and the vanilla, no problem. Okie dokie. Now the vanilla, I need 1½ teaspoons. Okay, so I have my little ½ teaspoon here. Okay, so that's half. 1. 1½ Perfect. Okay, last but not least, 1 cup of flaked or shredded coconut. Now I got the sweetened coconut flakes from Walmart, and it suited me just fine. And I can clean this up later if I spill some. That is not a problem. There we go. And you know what? I'm just going to add a little bit more for stuff and giggles. Just a little bit more. No big deal. Okie dokie. So all I have to do now is just mix, 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 mix. All right. Get my little whiskey here. And I already have my oven preheating to 350. I tell you, this is just so very, very easy and simple. I love this. See? Coming together already. So nice, so lovely. And so just giving it a nice little mix here. Also, another thing that I would strongly suggest is underneath your pie plate, have a cookie sheet with a raised lip on the edge, just in case when you are transporting it from your countertop to the inside of your oven, it doesn't spill, because this is largely liquid, and the last thing that you want is spillage, especially in the inside of your oven, let me tell you. Okie dokie. Just trying to make sure that there are no lumps. I mean, of course there are going to be some lumps because of the coconut, naturally, but oh, this is going to be awesome. Okie dokie. So, all I need to do now is just spray my pie plate here, and I will be right back. All right, so I have my pie plate all sprayed up with some just basic cooking spray. I'm gonna pour this in. My oven finally finished preheating, and we will be good to go. Oh, that looks lovely. Thick and rich and creamy. And with this batter, it's one of those rare instances where you can get away with using a whisk, which is nice. There, lovely. Okay, so like I said, the oven's at 350. I'm gonna pop this in, nice and careful. Me with my shaky hands here. Careful, careful, no spillage. There. Okay, so, let me see, timer. There. Okay, so the recipe, as I had read it, said like 45 to 50 minutes or so at 350. After the 50 minutes, it looked a little anemic and a little pale, so I kept it in that first time. I kept it in for a total of 1 hour, and it had much more of a nice golden hue on top. So I'm going to try it for an hour again, see what happens, and I will meet back up with you after 1 hour of baking. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so now for the moment of truth. My pie has been baking for an hour at 350, and we are good to go. All right, got my toothpick right here. Oh, it looks gorgeous and jiggly. It's got a little bit of a jiggle to it. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but yeah, it's got a little bit of a jiggle. All right. Okay, so we will do the toothpick test. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is done, but I love the golden coloring. Yep, nice and clean. Awesome sauce. All right, so now I get to play the waiting game. Yeah, so first I'm going to let this cool down to room temperature. Then I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap, pop it in the fridge, let it chill, settle, let all the flavors become friends with themselves, and later on we will do the taste test. So I'm probably going to come back to this later on this evening. All right, so I will see you in a bit. Hey everybody. Okay, so it has been about 8 hours or so, and I have been impatiently waiting. I didn't want to spoil my appetite for dinner. Here we go. We have a gorgeous slice of my coconut pie, and it has had time to settle, and we're going to do the taste test. Always my favorite part of these videos. Bon appetit. I love it. The coconut rose to the top, and it's got this nice sort of chewy crunch thing going on that baked coconut tends to get. Underneath that, you have the egg and the milk and the sugar, so it's, kind of custardy, and it is awesome. Now it's sweet, but it is not overtly sweet. This will not give you a toothache. It will not give a hummingbird a diabetic coma. It is just the right amount of sweet. And it's amazing how something so simple could come together so nicely. It never ceases to amaze me. Sometimes it's the simplest recipes that really boggle my brain. I don't know. So good. I just had a thought occur to me. Just a slight drizzle of chocolate syrup on top. Ooh. Maybe some caramel. Ooh. I'm treading on dangerous ground here. I don't know. But I don't have either of those things on hand, so I'm safe. So, Have you tried this recipe before or something very similar to this recipe before? I'm always curious for your input, your feedback, etc., etc. You know, this is the second time that I've made this pie, and it's just as good as the last time. And I'm going to polish this off pretty dang quick. Yeah, I really like it. And if you have any suggestions for future kitchen videos, please let me know. I do have a couple of ideas, various things that I've been playing around with, especially in the bread arena. Various things like pretzels, soft pretzels, bagels. Yes, I've been playing around with that too. And I've even dabbled just a little bit in trying to make my own handmade pasta. The first attempt could have used some work, but it's a work in progress like most things. So, that being said, I hope you liked today's video. I certainly did, and I'm going to continue to do so. And you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay making fabulous, fun, and tasty treats in the kitchen. You stay safe, take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, everybody, and have a great day.